Hey guys, what's up? It's been a little while. I apologize. But I'm going to give you a cool review today, or at least my thoughts, I guess. I'm not going to do a demo because there's plenty of it. But we're going to talk about the Rupert Neve 5057. Yes, that's what it's called. The Orbit 5057. I was trying to remember the numbers. Anyway, so this is a summing box, basically, or summing mixer. More like a summing box because you're not really mixing on the box itself. Basically, what this is for is somebody who wants to be able to get that analog sound, get that saturation, that harmonic saturation from transformers, and get a high quality analog sound, but still wants to work in the box. So this is a great device for somebody who has 8 to 16 outputs, or I mean, you could use 4 or 6, I guess. But this has 16 inputs into the box through 2 DB25 cables. So you need to get those cables. Those are sold separately. But basically, you send your outputs out of your DAW into this. What I do is I route through my Studio Live Studio Live 32S, the 3 series. It has 16 outputs on that, so I'll send up to 16 outputs on the output side into this and bring it back in. But you can, if you only say you had only 8 outputs or something on your interface, you could do the same thing. You just send it to like 4 stereos. This is a really cool device. It sounds absolutely amazing. I'm loving what I'm getting from it. Let me give a little breakdown here. So this is the device here, if you can tell. It has 4 switches on here, labeled 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, 8. What these do is be able to take those stereo inputs and switch them to mono if you want down the center on the first 8 channels coming in. The second 8 are set as stereo. You can't change those. Then you have this texture knob here. It has a silk function, which is Rupert Neve's famous for on a lot of his newer gear. I'm not sure how far that goes back, but this Rupert Neve design gear has this silk feature added. And you can have it off, so the light's off, or you can go to red or blue. The red gives you more harmonics in the mid to upper frequencies. The blue gives you those harmonics in the lower region and mid frequency range. So kind of a warmer and brighter saturation. And then this knob, the texture knob, is basically how much of that silk that you want to activate or bring into the signal. And it can go up, I'd say, honestly, most of the mixes that I've done on this, I find myself somewhere in the 30 to 70 range, depending on the song and whatever. More often than not, I'm using the red function, but it's flexible, so you can kind of switch and feel. And then you have your trim knob here from 0 all the way down to, looks like -20. I'm usually in the -2 to 4, -2, 3, or 4 most of the time. And then you have 2 LED lights here for signal right and left, or left and right, which is pretty cool. You can see that. And then they'll green when you're getting signal, and then they'll kind of come on red if you're really overset, if you're pushing it really hard. Sometimes that is not a bad thing. And then you have 2 outputs on the back, 4 outputs, 2 stereo outputs. You have a left-right from the sum that's 0 coming out, basically. And then you have a -6 dB as well. So what I do is I patch both of those back into my board, so I have 2 stereo channels coming in. It allows me to kind of record both of them and see which level I like better, and how it's coming in. So yeah, it's a really nice box. I'm not going to demo any like befores and afters. There's already a few good channels that have already done that. A great one is produced by a pro. Produce like a pro. My bad. Warren on that channel went through and did a very in-depth, he did examples with blue and red at different texture points, and you can really hear the difference in that. So a lot of people would say they mix through it. I'm undecided whether I like to mix through it yet, or if I just like to take my mix and then send it through it afterwards. I'm feeling more in the neighborhood of, more often than not, I'm taking my mix and sending it through afterwards, just to add a little more character, a little more. Whether that's right or wrong, I guess that's up for debate. But I've mixed through it too. It just, sometimes I just feel like I get it more. It's just easier, a little bit of convenience sake that way for me, but because I'll also mix with some hardware, so it just kind of depends. I guess it would really depend on how many outputs or I/O you have on your setup. Currently, I have 32 in, 16 out on my current on the console. So as I add more I/O through like Dante and stuff down the road, hopefully it may change my workflow with this. But regardless, either way, this is an absolutely amazing sounding box. I highly recommend it, especially for those who want to get that extra analog thing to their mixes, especially if they're like entirely in the box and they don't want to buy a ton of hardware. They're really comfortable with mixing everything with plugins, and they want to just add that extra something at the end. This isn't cheap, but for $2,000, you're getting a damn good product. There's more expensive options out there. So this is kind of the entry level, if you will, of analog summing boxes, at least to that gives you that color. So they have other, like Dangerous, I believe, has a summing box for like $1,000. Dangerous Audio, but that really, like, and there's some other ones out there. They don't give you that. It's really subtle on a lot of them. I haven't. Dangerous also has like a $3,000 summing box, which I haven't demoed. I have no idea what it sounds like. That looks like it might be an option for more color. It's less transparent. Their $1,000 option seems to be a very like transparent, real subtle thing. But I can't speak on those. All I can really speak is on this. I would assume the other two models that they have above this, they have like a $4,000 model with the 16 inputs with controls on the front for all the channels, your balance and level and all that stuff. Then they have like basically a little mini desk one that's like, I think $10,000 or $11,000 if I remember correctly. But they all use the same transformers, just each step has more features. But the sound, as far as what you're getting out of, for this, if you want more control as far as level per thing going into this, you would control that for your outputs from your DAW or your interface, or both. But as far as like a $2,000 package, it really just gives you that sound. I'm absolutely loving this thing to finish up mixes and whatnot. So you basically have to print it back in and then render out from there. That's how I've been doing it. And maybe down the road, I'll use like, I've been eyeing some mastering gear as well, like the Fusion, I believe, the SSL Fusion, and I could probably run the outputs from this into the Fusion. That's also a possibility. There's no reason you couldn't do that. But as far as this goes, highly recommend it. If you're looking for demos, like I said, go check out Produce Like a Pro. Warren did some awesome videos on it. I'll link that in the description, that video. Go check it out. He does a really good job of going through it. I just wanted to get out another video. I felt like there wasn't enough videos out there about this product, and I felt like more people, there's more opportunity to see something. So maybe my video might reach some other people that maybe you haven't seen from other channels, or just my perspective. I mostly produce hip hop music. Though I've worked on a lot of different things over the years, but I'd say 80% of what I do is some form of hip hop music. So take it for what you will. That's what I use it for. But yeah, it sounds great. And if that's what you're looking for, I think it's money well worth or well spent. So anyway, I appreciate you watching. Do me a favor, please hit that like and subscribe button down below, and it would make my day. Like, subscribe, make sure you hit that notification bell. Really makes a difference. We're really trying to get the subscriber count up. Our goal is 1,000 subscribers in the near term. So let's get that goal. We've been getting more and more subscribers, and I appreciate that. I also release music through this channel as well, my own personal music. Whether you're a fan of hip hop or not, enjoy it if you want. If you're not into that kind of thing or not into my music and just want to see more tutorials, I'm going to try to produce some more of those too. So anyway, I appreciate it. Have a great day. Peace.